as we grow older in life, we realize things change, our priorities change. When we're younger, all we want to do is have a good job, make money, and just have lots of money. But as we get older, we realize that time is very precious. As a young person, we don't really consider time that precious. We consider other things like making money and accomplishing things that are what young people need to do. Go to college and do things that are very important. However, as people age and get older, they realize that time is the most precious gift and that time is something that can never come back. You know, as a younger person, younger people can also have difficulties and they can also pass away. As a young person, we realize that we think that we're immortal, that nothing can ever happen to us. And sometimes I pass the cemeteries in the Philippines and I see lots of different young women and men who have passed away in their 20s and even teens. And life is fragile and young people can pass away, old people pass away. But overall, we must realize that time is really one of the most precious gifts that we have on this life. Time to do the things that we want to do and accomplish. However, we're all free to choose the things that we want to do with our time. I had a friend many years ago. He had passed away, and he told me this story of his father. His father ran this company called Bergen Brunswig, and it was the largest pharmaceutical company manufacturer in the United States. They had 1 million square foot plants in every state in America. And he was my best friend for a while. We hung out. He's very rich too. He was worth $15 billion when he passed away. And he told me the story of his papa. His papa just worked so hard for his business his whole life. And he did have a hobby of photography and a few little hobbies. Once he closed Disneyland down for an evening. He paid and just had Disneyland for his children. And they had workers walking behind them and cleaning up. And, you know, that's not very happy to just have Disneyland all to yourself, but they're very rich people. And he told me that his papa just worked his whole life and then he passed away. And I said, he worked his whole life and passed away? And he said, yeah, like I mentioned, he had a photography hobby and stuff, but he just went ahead and was signing checks for the business and stuff on his deathbed. His whole life was dedicated for his empire. And then he got old and passed away. He wasn't so old, but, you know, everybody gets old and, you know, things happen. And so I realized from hearing that story that maybe it's not my cup of tea to just try to build this huge empire and then just pass away. And that's it. It's over. And I start realizing that time is very precious and time is valuable. And actually, time is worth all that money that this guy had passed away and didn't get a chance to enjoy. Time is more valuable than just money. And time is really, really valuable. And we should take that time and enjoy it. And we should take the money that we've been blessed with and enjoy that time. Create new hobbies, maybe travel. You know, life, when we pass away, we're going to remember the experiences that we had in this life, not the money, not the houses, not the fame or the businesses we develop, but it's those experiences, those things that we do with the time. And that's very important. I like to travel. And traveling is really great because you can have all these rich experiences traveling, meeting new people, seeing new cultures, seeing new places, and having rich memories. And so to me, that's more valuable than, let's say, having an empire with a business and making mega money and then dying with just that memory. But experiencing, I have friends now traveling around the United States. And they're enjoying themselves. They're taking that time and they're traveling and seeing new sights. And that's very nice, to do, because as we get older, it seems like time flies a little faster. And to enjoy these memories, to enjoy the things of life, and also to utilize the small time that we have been given on this earth to enjoy it. Another thing that we could do as we get older is just enjoy the time, like wake up in the morning and just enjoy like the day. Look out the window, and maybe people have coffee, they sip a cup of coffee and listen to the birds. There's birds singing right now. And just enjoy the peace of life, because life is meant to have peace, not to be fighting and have wars and going to court and having difficulties and stresses. Life is meant for peace and enjoyment, and to pretty much enjoy the nature and the beauty that God has provided us on this earth, and to just live that simple life and to enjoy. I personally chose not to live in the city because I like living in the country and the province where things are a little bit slower. I can enjoy a simple way of life, and it's not involved with money or how many nice cars you have or motorcycles, but it's just the enjoyment of fresh air and nature and living a peaceful life. All the money in the world cannot buy a quality life, a peaceful life. And that's why I chose to live in more of a province area than a big city, because I can have a peace of mind and enjoy life simply. That means sometimes waking up and just sweeping the yard and cleaning and just enjoying the things that I like to do. It has been once said that if you don't have good health, you don't have anything. I remember that friend of mine that ran Bergen Brunswick, Peter. He had bad health. He drank lots of wine. He ordered a lot of wine, and he had like liver problems, and he died at age 40, very young, because he could not buy his health. And none of us can buy our health. All the money in the world, the $15 billion that he had, he just died, and it could not save him. So what I'm trying to say to you is that it's important to just take care of yourself. The body is a temple, and we must care for ourselves. And we must do the things to have a healthy body, because the body is fragile, and it's not really something that if we abuse, it takes very lightly. So it's important to take care of yourself, find out the nutrients that you're lacking in your body. You can take tests and then pump those nutrients back into your body to keep yourself healthy, because we only have one life and it's short. So we don't want to shorten it more. That means drinking alcohol is a personal choice, and smoking cigarettes and taking drugs is a personal choice. But if we do these things, it shortens our life to some degree. And I have friends who passed away at 30, 40, 50 from smoking cigarettes. And it's just a way to destroy your life. And we should want to prolong our life. I talk to a lot of old people everywhere and in the Philippines. And I asked them, did you smoke, or do you smoke, and do you drink? And the old people say no. And the young people are the ones dying from these ailments. So it's important to take care of ourselves and to live a healthy life. You can do what you want. It's your body. But for me and my body, I choose to abstain from these things, the habit-forming things that bring my body down. And we must always really watch vigilantly for our health, take care of it, because if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. That's what my mom always told me. Brian, you take care of your health. Yeah, she was right. She lived to 91, so she took care of her health. She did not drink or smoke, though she ate a lot of ice cream. She had diabetes also. So it's important not to take too much sugar. We're all guilty of that. We must watch these things, and we must be careful that we take care of ourselves and we maintain our health. and we just do the best we can to live a long life. One of the greatest things that we can have is the freedom to enjoy our life, the freedom to do the things we want to do, the freedom to just do the things that we worked hard all of our life to enjoy. Having freedom is very important, and we must always choose freedom over other things. The freedom to enjoy our life and to use the life that we have, the short life, it's not forever, to do those things that give us the happiness, that build the memories, and that pretty much just we can enjoy, because life, like I mentioned, is so short and nobody lives forever, and life just clicks away at 1 second. We have lots of people we know, all of us, that have passed away at such a young age, and we know how fragile life is. So never get arrogant, never wish people bad, never wish people a short life, or never say to an older person, like, you're old and you're going to die soon, and me, I'm young and I'm going to live for like forever. That's not true. Never wish bad on anyone, and never wish death on anyone. That's a curse onto you. But thank you so much for watching today. We're just talking about some of the important things about life today, and I appreciate you. Please subscribe if you haven't. Like this show, and we appreciate you. We'll see you next time.
Oh, thank you so much.